Tomorrow is Haley's birthday, so that means it's birthday cake time. She's inviting a bunch of her college friends, so I'm gonna make a 4-layer round cake and 24 cupcakes. So I use Duncan Hines. I used to like Betty Crocker, but if you pay attention, Betty Crocker's ounces right now is like 13.10. And I like 15.25. That's what I'm used to baking with. So yeah, Betty Crocker's done a little shrinkflation. Duncan Hines has not yet. And so this is what I'm doing. And I like this. I just do the standard eggs and oil because I'm gonna have enough butter in my buttercream icing that I have no problem with this Duncan Hines. Like, there's many things you can do to make it extra special, but there's nothing wrong with this basic cake mix. And when I add the buttercream icing, and I happen to be making a Jell-O poke cake, there's really nothing I need to do extra. I'm just gonna follow the directions exactly. So each box will make 2 of these 9-inch or these 8-inch, 9-inch cake pans, and then 24 cupcakes with this box. So yes, I gotta get baking. Every year I do ask my nieces how they would like me to decorate their cake. And so Haley sent me an image a couple months ago of a cake, just a round cake where these are Stray Kids. This is Bang Chang. I hope I'm saying it right. Haley will correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, so it was like a bunch of like photo cutouts of him like coming out of the top of the cake. What was that, Danny? What was that? And so what I did was I ordered these photo cards from Etsy from 2 very nice sellers. Like, it looked like the original cake, someone just printed a like photo paper on a color printer. I don't have a color printer. I did. It's just the ink is too expensive, so I don't use it anymore. It was cheaper just to buy it off of these nice sellers on Etsy. So these are Stray Kids photo cards. If you're not familiar with Stray Kids, it's a K-pop band. They're very popular if you're into K-pop music. So what I'm gonna do is I bought these little gold medal picks off of Amazon, and I'm gonna put a card in each pick, and then I'm gonna have these picks on top of the cake. Showing the cards, so that way the cards won't touch the cake, just the tip of the pick, and so she can pull it out when we cut the cake, kind of like how you pull out candles. So in the past I have printed images on edible paper, and just didn't do it this time. I'm gonna do, I normally like to have everything on the cake edible, but not this time. Gonna have a whole bunch of photo cards coming out of the top of the cake, like, you know, shooting out like fireworks maybe. I don't know, we'll see how it works. That's my idea. So I'm gonna put these on the picks tonight, and then I'm going to bed. And then tomorrow morning I will get up and I will make the buttercream icing, and I will decorate the cake and the cupcakes, and her party's tomorrow at 2. I should have plenty of time to get it all done before her party tomorrow, because they live like 45 minutes away. So it'll take me like 2 hours to decorate the cake, because, you know, it takes a little bit to make the buttercream frosting, and then you have to put the frosting in the piping bags. And I'm also gonna make some fondant letters. I'm gonna like spell out Stray Kids and all of the members' names. I was gonna do that tonight, but I'm just too tired. So I will make the fondant lettering in the morning. See, I think that's gonna be perfect, exactly what I imagined. My buttercream icing, 3 sticks of butter, 2 cups of shortening, 6 cups of powdered sugar, a dash of vanilla. And I have this purple food coloring. Because of the butter, the icing will be slightly yellow. If you add half of a drop or a drop of this purple and mix it in, it'll turn it white. Just don't put too many drops in, because then you will have purple icing. I'll show it when I get to that point. So yeah, shortening, butter, sugar, vanilla, very simple. First step is to cream the butter and the shortening together. So here's the buttercream frosting. It's looking good, but as you can see, it's slightly yellow. So here you're supposed to squeeze a drop. I do not recommend squeezing a drop, because if you squeeze too many, you're gonna get purple icing. And so I just take my handy dandy plastic chopstick, and just put a little, I guess I need to have it closer where the icing can actually hit it. And then I just keep doing this. Now I mix it and keep doing this. I guess I should have put it lower, but it's working. It's gonna take a couple minutes, but it should lighten it up. I'm gonna do another drop because I hit the top of the paddle and it needs to go into the icing. But you see how it's kind of slightly yellow? I'm gonna make it white. You see how it's looking white now? So I think essentially that was like a drop and a half from this. And I just got this, and again, this is my favorite brand from Hobby Lobby. So $1.99, 40% off most of the time. So it's definitely looking more white than cream. And now I'm gonna ice the cupcakes. I'm gonna pipe some frosting on these cupcakes and then decorate them with these black, gray, and white sprinkles. First 12 cupcakes are decorated. I'm starting the layer cake. It came out of this pan so easily. I didn't even have to loosen it up. I just flipped it over. So here's my first layer. I am going to just take a little off the top because I want it a little flatter. This is a plastic support for cakes specifically. And so anytime I go more than 3 layers, I put one of those on. And so you just take a knife and cut it across. And now I'm gonna ice it. I'm out of icing and I've iced the cake. I'm just gonna consider this like the crumb coat because it's definitely not as clean as I want. So I'm gonna stick this in the fridge to harden up. And while that's in the fridge, I'm gonna make a half a batch of icing. Second batch of icing. And I ice this cake to make it look a little smoother and then put the piping on. All right, I've done a second layer of icing, did some piping, put some gold beads on. So edible beads, pearls. It's not like completely smooth, but this is not fondant, this is icing. And so I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator just to harden up a little bit. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna cut some letters out in fondant. So I'm gonna be decorating the sides of the cake with names of the Stray Kids members. And then the last, I'll put the topping at the last because once I do that, I can't put it back in the refrigerator. And I have to get this done in a half hour. I'm cutting it close. All right, I decided to add some gold sprinkles to the top just to give her a little more color. And then I think I'm done. I think Haley will be happy with it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Haley. Happy birthday to you.
Weak.
Oh, so close.